Ladies and gentlemen, think about every success that you have, whether it's at school, at work, or in life. What is that one determinant factor when you started everything before you reach that success? Didn't this all just started with a dream? Didn't you begin to imagine something bigger, something better for yourself? And that is precisely what a dream is. Dreams are important to us because it gives our life purpose, direction, and meaning on where we are heading and what we want to achieve. Dreams help us focus on the resources, the limited resources that we have, and make the most of what we have. Every human achievement, from the landing onto the moon to the civil rights movement, is driven by a clear and strong sense of dreams. Dreams are the intrinsic driver to our will, which pushes us and gives you, me, and mankind the ability to harness the necessary will to turn the impossible to possible. From Kennedy to Martin Luther King, from Michael Jackson to Mother Teresa, every and each successful leaders are the biggest dreamers. In fact, the success of a leader hinges in his and her ability to have a clear dream, to inspire millions to create their own dreams, to keep the dream engine alive. Their dreams have made society progress to a much better place, to a place where we could have only dreamed of many years back. But what makes all these leaders so successful is just not their ability to dream, but keep the dream engine alive, to avoid the pitfalls and keep focus in achieving the dreams that they have set path with. If you want to do the same, if you want to achieve something big, if you want to be successful, you need to know how to dream and how to tackle the enemies of the dream killers, and how to harness your best ability to keep the dream engine alive. Knowing your dream killers is your first step in making your dream come true. But what are actually dream killers? Dream killers are everything and anything that turns down your motivation and excitement and energy towards turning your dream to a reality. Because the fact, ladies and gentlemen, the fuel to turn our dream engines to reality is just basically that: motivation and excitement and energy. And there are various factors that can limit our motivation, excitement, and energy in achieving our dreams. It starts with the mindsets. It starts with the people, the environment that we mingle in. It looks into, are we having the right process to achieve our dream? And it talks about the will and manpower to overcome all these dream killers. To have the right dream, to move the dream from idea to reality, you must have the mindset. The mindset that you need to avoid is a mindset that has a limiting belief that dreams can come true. Throw away the things in your mind that says it can't be done, it's too difficult, or it's just too much effort. You need to also throw away all the fearful things that can go wrong, because too much fears can paralyze you from taking action, paralyze you from thinking too much, and paralyze you from doing something about it. And sometimes these fearful things, while it can come from you, it can also come from other people, the negative people that you are mingling with. To make your dream come true, you must mix with the drive the right crowd. You need to be with the right people and in the right environment. Avoid being in a toxic environment, in an environment where people are constantly putting you down and people are being not collaborative in moving your dream forward. Avoid being around people with low energy, people who are not excited with your dream, and worst off, people who are emotionally critical of your dream, because you only have a limited time, and your time is better spent not being part and parcel with people who are toxic, putting you down, and are not simply excited. The other enemy to your dream, your other dream killer, is time. Time is perhaps your one and biggest enemy towards achieving the dream. Dreams are actually time bound. If you wait too long, your dreams may not come true. If you think too much, someone else can outpace you and steal your dream. Dreaming alone is not enough. To keep your engine alive, you need to take action to really think about time to achieve those actions and break them down into smaller parts so that you can start dreaming bit by bit to achieve to that bigger dream. Don't fall into the trap of over processing or over complicating your dream at first, because too complicated process, overthinking and overdoing it may just simply drag your time, pushing you further and further away from your dream. To avoid your dream from being crushed, to avoid your dreams from not turning reality, and to keep your dream engine alive, you need to adopt, as I mentioned earlier, the right mindset, the right environment, the right mix with the right people, and have the right fast-paced, efficient process to take your dream, not to only make it alive, but turning it into reality. The right mindset to keep and going ahead for your dream is to always be an optimist. An optimist thinks that everything is going to be okay. Yes, it does not mean being a blind fool. Yes, things can go wrong, but if we put our mind enough things, everything going to be okay. And even if it fails, an optimist thinks there's always a silver lining in that dark cloud. If things fail, it is basically a learning opportunity, an opportunity for you to actually dream bigger, to build better products, to be better at what you do. And this is the right mindset to keep your dream engine alive. And for you to consistently be in the right mindset, you need to be with the right people who have the same mindset, the positive energy outside, the people who are also fellow dreamers. You need to avoid negative people who are draining you or taking energy from you and pushing this negative vibe. But ladies and gentlemen, don't be a fool. Keep reality in check. Too much dreaming may not be good for you. Don't drink too much of the Kool-Aid. But mingle also people who are also on the ground, the reality checkers and the people who are pragmatic. These people are important, but get the people who are really objective to your dream. People who are not pushing you down, but people or friends who are actually really looking after you. And for all these people to coexist, it has to coexist with you in the right environment. The right environment is critically important for your dream to thrive. Not only in the ecosystem as a whole, but as and when you are working your dreams. Work on your dreams at your very best and most productive time, whether it is daytime or whether it's nighttime. Work at the most productive time for you, because your dreams are big enough to be a by the way situation. If you're really serious about your dream, you're really serious of keeping the dream engine alive and turning your dream to a reality, make attempt to mix around people who are able to connect different ideas from your dream to bring it to a reality. The rise of co-working spaces where other dreamers and other startup persons are working together is actually the right place for you to actually make a community out of it, to get to know them, to actually be part of that bigger community. But ladies and gentlemen, if we are in the COVID-19 environment, if you do not have access to a co-working facilities near you, there's always the virtual rooms. Join Reddits, join forums, join online communities, or even join Facebook groups that are aligning with your dream. Joining like-minded people has never been easier in this 21st century. The other thing that I believe that you need to take care of is the time sensitivity of your dream. A lot of us dream big, but sometimes the biggest enemy to turning our dream to reality is that long gestation time of seeing our dream turning into a reality. And this is perhaps one of the biggest factors why dreamers give up. But it doesn't have to be that way. For you to keep your dream alive, for you to actually see successes, be quick and adopt agile ways of working. What is basically this mean? When you are treating things in an agile manner, when you're facing adversity, pivot rather than give up. When you are receiving a blocker, address them as and when you go along, rather than build a very big complicated product waiting years and years for that to come. Adopt the minimum viable product concept. If you have not heard about progress over perfection, this is basically a perfect example of keeping your dream high. Ideas and dreams are actually and sometimes can be difficult, and because of that you dream of achieving it. The fact that it's difficult means it may not necessarily mean that everybody and everyone has achieved it. And because this is so new, dreaming can be at the edge of what's possible. It is important for you to continuously experiment and to see what works and not work. Progress over perfection, as I mentioned earlier, is a perfect example. In these experiments, in this building products, in this concept of building the MVP products, means that you need to be able to continuously improve yourself. Adopting all these concepts are able to ensure that you consistently produce something, and that something, no matter what the smallest differences that you made, is and should be considered a success. If you adopt a progress over perfection mindset, the agility and also the ability to be open to experimentation, you'll be able to look back at the longer period and see how far you have become. But as I mentioned earlier, the other thing that pushes you to keep your fuel in dreaming alive is your motivation. The only way to address this motivation is to celebrate the smallest success that you encounter. Because celebrating success is the fuel that keeps the dream running. Ladies and gentlemen, we now know dreams are important. But can you have more than a dream? Can you consistently create new ideas and new solutions from many dreams that you have? In turn, making your life better as well as transforming your life, work, and society to new heights. It's not impossible. With the likes of Edison, Steve Jobs, and also other fellow multi-inventors, they are able to do so again and again because they have adopted a systematic way in approaching dreams and turning it to reality. If you are as intrigued about how can you scale up your dream engine, how you can quickly turn up many products from dream to reality, stay tuned for the next episode, where I'll be talking about the Dream Factory, in which you would learn and discover how to ideate and create at scale.